I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I
Have you ever had someone tell you something that stuck with you long after they said it? Something that made you question who you are or where you're going? Life has a crazy way of throwing cutting words and truly unbearable moments at us in forms we've never expected. See, but we get the chance to choose what those words become. They can become a weight that holds us down or fuel that pushes us forward. See, my simple string of sentences happened on a random day in June of 2021. I had just gone to a livestock judging contest, really nervous, but really excited. As I make my way inside, I see all of my people sitting in the way back corner. So naturally, I walk over, I grab a chair, and I have a seat. In a few short moments, I would hear a simple string of sentences that would change my life for a very long time. This person didn't truly know me. In fact, they knew nothing about my story. And honestly, I think that's what hurt the most. They said, "You will never be a good enough leader. And you will never make it out of this town." Okay, right. I just got here, but cool. I sat there in shock, trying to keep my emotions at bay because I have a whole contest to focus on this day. As the day went on, class by class, trying my hardest to focus, I couldn't focus on a class of livestock to save my life. In fact, as time went on, it felt like those words were eating me alive. Over and time again, I asked myself, why? Why was I being told that I wasn't enough? Why am I sitting here thinking about it, yet questioning why I didn't belong and why I wasn't making it anywhere? For a long time did I struggle. My motivation had completely disappeared. My attitude, let me tell you, my attitude had changed for the worse. I started losing pieces of myself, and soon the people closest to me had noticed. We've all been there. We've all been told we weren't enough, that we didn't belong somewhere. But it's okay. It happens, right? No. For a long time, I overthought every decision I made. Every time I walked in a room, I asked, "Am I enough to be here?" Then I realized something freeing. I do not have to accept every voice that tries to define my story. In fact, the voices we intentionally choose to surround ourselves with matter just as much as the ones that try to tear us down. When you find your people, the kind of people who challenge you, support you, and remind you of who you are, you realize something powerful, that not every voice deserves a seat at your table. And that's okay. It's okay to accept that not every voice needs a say in your life, that not every voice needs to define your story. This last year at the Wyoming FFA camp, I got the opportunity to hear the exact thing I had been feeling for years. A young lady from the Douglas FFA in my Session 2 core group said, "I have taken too many things for granted to let people's negative words truly affect me. I have been blessed with way too much to let that bother me." I sat there in silence, Because A, not only did I not know how to answer or respond to that, but B, because I realized I wasn't the only one carrying the weight of a simple string of sentences. Looking back now, when I heard those words a long time ago, it wasn't just hearing them that hurt. It was how long I let them affect my life. We've all been told something that broke us, whether it broke our confidence or just completely changed the way we perceive things. I am not going to stand here and tell you to forget those words. I'm going to stand here and tell you it's okay. It is truly okay to know those words exist in your life, but don't let them define you. I will also say that those words still haunt me today, but I've also found my people, the ones who have supported me and challenged me and pushed me to be a better me. They've allowed me to know what I was put here to do. So here's what I need you to do. First, recognize that people's negative commentary doesn't define you. Sure, we cannot control what somebody says to us, but we can control A, how we react, and B, how we allow it to affect us. And second, find your people. Find the ones that challenge you and support you, genuinely love you, but most of all, the ones that'll walk by your side no matter the circumstances. But at the end of it all, never forget this one truth. When everything fades away, there are two things you can truly guarantee: yourself and God. And when you know that, no sentence someone speaks over you will ever be enough from stopping the story you are meant to write.
Only the way you can know, you give it all you have. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say,